Good morning. Welcome to the next podcast of Collier-talks cricket memorabilia. Hope you've all had a good week. I've had a good week here, I have to say. It's been pretty interesting. A few bits and pieces come in, and a lovely afternoon on Tuesday when Andy Moles came to speak to the Cricket Society at the Union Jack Club in London. Very interesting. Coming along there with Stephen Chalk, talking about his career basically, and his coaching career, and the unfortunate loss of his leg below the knee and what have you. So it was a very interesting afternoon. A couple of pints and all that sort of stuff. So it was a good thing. Of course, he was there with his new book, which is Around the World in 40 Years. So it shows him there with his unfortunately amputated below the knee, with his MRSI infection he had in his little toe, which unfortunately had to stop before it went a bit further. So quite an interesting tale there to tell, Andy. So nice signature there. I went and toured with Andy Moles a few years ago, 1965, along with Tony Pygott. So it was a good time to sort of catch up as well. So good afternoon there with Andy Moles, and a good advert for getting other cricket societies, such as the Cricket Memorabilia Society. Is a great guest. So sort of recommend there if any CMS lads are watching. So good afternoon there. And then also this week, in the book front, James Merchant's new book there, Johnny Muller and Mortals with the Murray Challenge Cup. So we're looking at Aboriginal cricketers there. Johnny Muller, the big, probably could have been a possible county cricketer or something, a state player for Australia. But very interesting. I haven't read it yet, James, but another nice sign one there. I think he said he'd done about 100 of these, so selling well by all accounts. So if you need one of those, get hold of James Merchant through myself on Spirit of Cricket, and get yourself one of these books. It's a hardback book, so it's an interesting read. I imagine that when I get round to doing it, probably this week I expect. The other thing that arrived this week is this nice French postcard with a chap playing cricket and a bloke behind him there. Whether this is taken in France or not, I don't know. It's got Les Sports Cricket on there, and also posted in France and made in France, etc. Can't read it obviously, but posted in 1911. So quite a nice period photograph there of cricketer there. Yeah, not really sure whether that's looks a bit of an English scene, but possibly not. So an interesting little postcard there to add to that sort of collection, and also come with some lovely stamps on there, the French ones there, typical of the heart and all that sort of stuff. But not seen that sort of stuff in stamps before, so nice to get hold of those. And then also there's famous by now, I think, this lovely photograph album. Got some more signatures in it this week. As AC Russell there, the sixth man. And we're going to flick through now. What else have we got? I've done those ones and those ones. Johnny, a couple of nice ones there with Herbert Sutcliffe and APF Chapman. Pretty sure that's down at it looks like that's down at Dean Park, the looks of things. There, Percy Holmes one there. I'll thank John for these when we're going to see him in the week. Hopefully we're going to get round to John's fairly shortly to do some of his ceramics and other lovely stuff that he's got on offer. Jess Boyce there, nice one there, the old Hampshire boys, and CH Parkin down there, nice one there from the Lancashire lads. And then a couple more there with the J.M. Gregory and Bertie Oldfield there. They sort of slipped in quite nicely around the edge of that photograph there of them coming out at Bristol 1926. So very pleased to have added to those, or that shall I say. And I was just thinking this week when I went had a chat with James Merchant. You might have seen the podcast. He was showing some nice Lambethware, but I got thinking about these Lambethware jugs. And there's three of them there, looking in James's lovely ceramics book. Now I was thinking to myself, why would you just make a jug? I mean, you only ever see these in singulars. Why would they just come in a singular jug? What, surely there should be some some cups or beakers or whatever. And then you go through here, there's some nice beakers So what would they just, because you only ever see these in singulars, so I'm just wondering whether they actually came in fours or not, with a jug and what have you. There's a lovely lemonade jug here, which I'm just going to try and, there. Not those ones. There's some more jugs though, there. Test series jug of 1896. I mean, why would you make that as a singular thing? I've just got a theory that they might come with a few cups and what have you. I'll just try and find this lemonade jug that's here. Probably can't find it now, just for the sake of it. So they are the lemonade jugs, funny enough, that I showed first off. So they're the lemonade jugs. So why would you come or sell that singly rather than with a couple of goblets or whatever, or 6 goblets or whatever? I know the Black Boy stuff that comes as singulars, and obviously the Royal Worcester plates, they come as singulars. But that was just a theory. I don't know what you think about that, whether that's feasible or not, but I don't see why it shouldn't be. But anyway, let's have your thoughts on that. So really, that's about it for this week. Mate, have a good week this week, and I hope you've enjoyed this one. Cheers.